Guys, so today I have just I'm just leaving my daughter's house now. I've just been through and fixed a puncture on my grandson's bike, and sitting next to me right now is the youngest grandchild, who I am now running home. She's been to the daughter's house and stayed there for the night. So, and her mother is getting off the train. Well, she's getting on the train from Hull any minute now, so I'm going to be a little bit early back, but I do have some shopping at Tesco's to do anyway for dinner today, which is probably going to end up being a bit late. And that is my piece of beef that I got yesterday. So yeah, beef today, all the usual Yorkshire puds and all that as well. Plenty of veg. I've got to go and get the veg. So I've not seen the sign on the bypass at the minute for the sacks of potatoes. So looking forward to getting them. It means that I can go and get. Well, they're usually quite dear to start with. They'll probably start at sort of possibly as much as £10 a sack, but still £10 for a big sack of potatoes is still better than supermarket prices. And then as the potatoes get older later in the year, they will get cheaper and eventually come down to about £5 a sack. Well, 5, 6, depends on basically it's the same old story, innit? Supply and demand. So but yeah, I'm keeping my eyes out for that anyway. So I hope the audio's coming through. I mean, I've got it on this other mount at the minute, which is hanging right behind the rear view mirror. I personally don't think it's particularly blocking any view. The police may take a different view on it. I'm not sure. Obviously I've taken the other mount off the dashboard, so that's gone now, which would have been right sort of there underneath it, wouldn't it? She sat there looking at me. I've turned the airbag off and put her in the front because all my back seats are flat, so I just had to turn the airbag off, which is an easy job on this car because the key switch is right inside the glove box over there, so it's not difficult on this car. Well, in my last car, you couldn't find it. It was supposed to be there, and it looks like it was omitted in the build of the car, which is odd. I couldn't find a switch for it anywhere. I tried all the regular places, even places where you wouldn't expect to find it. So, don't know how this angle's doing for you guys. Looks okay to me. Then there was seen some police coming through. There we go. Gearbox still needs sorting out, but it's only 4th at the minute, so I keep meaning I've got to try and get it up in the air so I can get some oil in it. She's got such a quizzical look on her face. She's thinking, what is he doing? Who is he talking to? Dear me. What's up, little girl? What's the matter? She's looking at me like I'm mad. So yeah, I mean, sort of looking at the camera, I've got to, I think what I might do is sort of, I mean, the thing is it'll put me a little higher up, but not much, if I flip the phone over so that the front facing camera is on the right hand side as I look at it, because actually I'm having to turn my head much further to sort of look directly at the camera. I can't get a direct look, not while I'm driving at least anyway, so which at the end of the day is the more important task at hand here. So I'm just going round the roundabout. It's this particular roundabout is one of Mr. Cooper's haunts when he has any repairs on. He'll know which one it is. It's where the Wolds Village. So they do like bed and breakfast, and it's a tea room as well. So I mean, I've never actually been in it myself. I remember it featured on a TV program where basically like innkeepers and bed and breakfast owners go to each other's places and rate them. That copper's still there in its little haunt. Yeah, he's still there. I don't know if you can see him as I pass there. Yeah, he's obviously, I don't know whether he's trying to get speedy motorists or just trying to get the number plate recognition to pick up for non-MOTs and non-tax, which this is all legal, so nothing should flag up on his system at all. So he hasn't pulled out anyway. So yeah, not bad weather today. It's quite warm. What we are, 17.5 degrees, which is, that's centigrade, guys, or Celsius, however you want to call it. Not sure what that is in Fahrenheit. It's what, in the mid-20s, is it? No, it'll be a bit higher than that, won't it? Of course it will. Will be between 40 and 50 somewhere, I would have thought. That's Fahrenheit, wouldn't it? But yeah, it's not bad. It's cloudy as hell, like, but it's actually quite a warm day, which is nice. Did we have some rain? I think we had some rain earlier in the week. I had a drive down to Rotherham and Sheffield on Monday, and no, I wasn't going to the Apple store. I was glad actually, because originally the trip was planned for the Friday, which of course was the phone release day. And thinking about it, I'm very glad that I didn't go on the Friday, because obviously it had probably been quite busy around there with people picking up their iPhones from the Apple store in the Meadowhall shopping centre in Sheffield. But I went down in a van anyway, and I did sort of think, oh, do I call in and have a look? But I resisted the temptation in the end. So I might have to pop down there actually with the wife's iPad Pro. Apparently it's a problem that does crop up on it, is the battery problem, and it was refusing to charge. Now I did find there was a fault with the cable that came with it, because I tried that on my phone and I was wiggling it around and it was basically going on and off, switching from charging, not charging, and it would appear that just outside of the lightning plug there is this classic weak point in a cable in it, even though it's a thicker cable on those. So I bought some more cables anyway. I bought some braided ones, and it's basically, when I followed all the instructions that people have been putting in the blog posts and what have you about this battery problem where it's not charging, or it seems to be using more charge than its charger can supply. So it could be a fault with the charger or the iPad itself. Basically, I ended up doing a full factory reset on it and just set it up as new, and then we managed to charge it fully eventually. It took a long time though, a hell of a long time, switching between my desktop charger in the fast plug that supplies the most power, and then when the new cables came in, I passed it over to the wife and she plugged it in, and we eventually got up to 100% with it not being used. She'd gone to sleep at the time, so it wasn't being used, but she does use it a lot. Does get a lot of use, so just have to wait and see on that score really. but if it continues, then it is going to have to. To be honest, I'll probably run it to the store rather than mess about with shipping and stuff like that, and see where we go from there, basically. Other than that, she absolutely loves it. But we did fear it was strange. Now, I use that Liawu, is it the software that can pull out lost files and backups and what have you, and it couldn't find anything stored online, so I'm thinking, oh my, we've sort of lost the backup that I did before resetting it. But then it would appear that the software was playing up, but it could be that it's not compatible with Sierra, maybe, I don't know, because obviously I've updated to Sierra now, which seems to be working just fine. It's a little bit glitchy with Final Cut, but it's not too bad. I can manage with it. Yeah, we'll just have to see how that goes, really. So, and of course we had that update to iOS 10 again, didn't we? That little update. So, but I don't know if anybody else has had the problem where basically every single app suddenly turned to its notification tone was the same as iMessage, and I couldn't change it back. So basically I was just getting a message tone all the time. So strange. But yeah, it's been an okay week. You know, it's been quietish and then busy-ish, and then we shipped some stuff out and I was given the wrong address and it went to the wrong place. Oh, did my head in. So but yeah, I mean, I've got what else? Oh, I did a delivery out Hull a couple of times during the week, 2, maybe 3 times, I can't remember. So yeah, it's I've been around and about quite a lot anyway. I think I'll be going back out there again Monday or Tuesday, I'm not sure. So yeah, what time are we at? 2:15. Not sure whether to just. She's gone to sleep. Don't know whether to risk taking her shopping and out of the car and waking her up, and then her screaming for a feed during a shopping trip round Tesco. So I don't know whether to maybe just go and sit on the drive and wait for her mum to turn up. That might be the better option, or I might find out where she is and sit at the station and wait for her. I could even do that, and then while I'm waiting, just pop the seats up and take her mother up home with her. Yeah, not sure. That might be the better idea, actually, and then I can just pick her mother up off the train. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So that is the old turntable post. It's in Driffield car park, well, the railway station car park, but that is the old where the turntable used to stand. So I wish you wouldn't do that. It scares the bloody bejesus out of me sometimes. What are you doing? Eh? Hello. Hello. What's up with you? Eh? What's up? Hey, what's up? Yes, I'm going to be cutting veg up any moment now. Yeah. I do my head in sometimes. But anyway, I'm cutting some veg up so they'll get some carrot now anyway, guys. So, just in case I happen to run over into darkness this week, I have a light at hand, just in case, because obviously the last couple of weeks I've been running over into the darkness a bit, so it's probably a bit bright for now. Yeah, maybe helps a little bit now, but obviously it's shining in my bloody. I tell you what, if I turn it just like the corner up there. Yeah, it's not, I don't know, I'm not sort of struck on lighting sometimes it can really mess things up, but obviously if it runs over into darkness I'll use it. So anyway, I don't think it will this week, but anyway, I'm still drinking my, I put it up on Instagram actually. I don't always put stuff up on Instagram. If I do, it's a weekend, and I've got it's ginger beer. Got quite a bite to it, the Krabby's one. And it's quite a warm day, and it's exceptionally warm in the kitchen, of course, with all the heat. I don't know if you can hear it. I've got the hobs running away now. I've got all the veg on. Should be another, like I said, it's going to be late tonight, so I'm probably looking at between 5 and 6 before I start eating. So normally I prefer to have it by sort of 5 o'clock on the plate. But there was something I was going to say to you, and I cannot remember for the life of me what it was. It was, yeah, I mean, it's going to be a bit early for me. I can't remember what time it is in New York, but it works out it's about 3:30 here. So I'll probably have to try and catch up on it after I get home from work. But DJI have got their event where they're announcing their new, it's definitely a drone of some kind. It's probably going to be something more compact that they're announcing, to sort of like something to fight the Karma, because obviously the GoPro Karma, of course, starts shipping, is it next month, I think? Yeah, I think that starts shipping next month. And of course you're getting a lot for your money with the GoPro Karma, because well, I mean, obviously you buy the camera separate, but if you basically buy a new Hero 5 along with the Karma kit, I think you're still cheaper than a Phantom 4, which, you know, is a big deal really when you think about what you're getting. I don't think it's quite as, it's going to be speedy. I think it needs a bit more agility to it and what have you. I don't know that it's actually going to be quite as good as the Phantom 4, but when you consider what you're getting from it and what you can divide it up into, you know, with the handheld gimbal part and everything, it does make for a very attractive package, I think. And I would have been much more torn if I didn't have the Phantom 4 now. I would definitely be more torn about what to buy, because you're definitely getting more for your money in terms of what you actually physically get. And of course it all fits down into that nice little backpack suitcase, which looks very well designed as well, actually. So, you know, it's definitely worth sort of like considering if you're in the market for something. I mean, I would like to get myself definitely a small GoPro, a Session. Obviously the Session 5 comes out, and they've also got that new key thing, haven't they? Is it Quick Key it's called or something? And it's basically just like a little, basically a little, what looks like a thumb drive that will basically plug into the bottom of the GoPro, take off the footage, and then you can plug it straight into your phone. So, you know, you can upload to Facebook, whatever you want, direct from your phone, which is, you know, that's an impressive thing as well. But yeah, I can't wait to see what, because obviously you see, DJI, they've got, I mean, really they sort of hold the drone market in the palm of their hand right now, with respect to sort of quality of footage and stuff like that, you know, for consumer drones at least. But they still need, obviously, to keep innovating. So it'd be interesting to see what they're going to bring to the table, because they are due really a refresh on the Inspire, which they may even have something like that as well, a new Inspire, which would be interesting, you know, with all the tracking software and everything that's already in the Phantom 4. One moment. That's better. So yeah, it's there's some interesting stuff that gets announced tomorrow. I forgot what the time it is. It's 11:30
New York time, I believe, so that'll be, and of course, hold on, yeah, because our clocks haven't changed yet. Is it 11:30 or 10:30? But either way, I think it's about 3:30 our time, something like that. So yeah, be interesting to watch that. But like I say, and I'm not sure if they're actually doing a live stream, but I know there's a link to a page on their website, so it's going to be interesting stuff anyway. I got those, I don't know if anybody saw me tweet them out, I got those two ND filters that turned up. They're going to be interesting. Still need to get out and try them out. I mean, today would have been perfect really, but you know, it's the way things go, isn't it, unfortunately. So, but anyway guys, I'm going to disappear and I'll come back and wrap up, hopefully before it gets too dark, but if not, I've got the light. What are you doing, Pip? Yeah, I've just been doing a couple of videos, guys. So yeah, I'm upstairs actually, just done a couple of videos, and you can see I don't need light because I've got these lights here. I don't know if you've seen them. Yeah, I got a pair of them. They were I think I bought them with my first AdSense payout last year, sometime early last year. I think it was my first ever AdSense payout. So I thought, right, I'm going to get some lights. So yeah, I think they were only cheap. They were about 30 quid or something like that off Amazon, but they do the job for me. So yeah, so yeah, I've got my footage now on there. So that will be going into the Mac, and one of those videos will go up tonight. Well, hopefully tonight. But I've also got to get this vlog up as well, which I noticed has actually already run into a fair bit, because while I was having my tea, I did actually load the other footage onto the Mac and go through it and do some sort of rough editing to it just to start with. So I see the green screen's been pulled down yet again. But we've had people staying and what have you. My mother stayed on, God, what night was it? Friday night, yeah, Friday night. Save her disturbing the carer, because she'd been across to see her family over in Liverpool again. And then, was it Friday? Yeah, this Friday coming I'll be taking the day off. Got to take my son, he's getting the snip. So, and because obviously there's anaesthetic involved, they advise that you don't drive, so I'll be taking him to that. And then on the Saturday night I'll be out. It's my parents' golden wedding anniversary. So, yes, they'll have been married 50 years. And then also on the Saturday night I'm having an uncle and auntie from Liverpool who will be staying here for, I think, just the one night. So so yeah, it's going to be all sort of go of it next weekend, and then I'll have another week back at work and then a week off. One of the wife's carers has left, so she's had to get another carer, and one of the existing carers is going on holiday, so I'll be I'll be sort of standing in while she's got this new carer that's still sort of learning the ropes and what have you. So so yeah, it's all going down round here. So yeah, I wish I didn't have to do it in this room. The boiler keeps kicking in and you get background noise from it. It's just so annoying. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up because I know this is going to be a fairly long vlog. And I'm going to go and crack on, get these videos sorted. So with that, I'm going to say I'll see you next week, guys, and do take care of yourselves and have a good week ahead. Cheers, guys. See ya.